for being so late. Apparently, the student internet was being student internet, which wasn't the best. So, as you can see, I got my dressing gown on, trooper shirt, because you gotta love the band I'm in and the beer. Yeah, it's very nice to actually be back as well, doing another paint job. So yeah, we will minimize the OBS because I can see myself. Yeah, so I apologize for the late stream. Apparently, you just wouldn't connect to the server, and then the whole internet went down. I was just like, yeah, well, that's a bugger. So I just went, closed it all down, restart the computer, brought it back up, and now we're streaming, so everything's fine. Hey. So we're just doing that at the moment. Viewer, hello viewer. Pop in the chat and say hi. So yeah, so thanks for your patience for everyone who is watching, I suppose. That one person. Woo. But yeah, at the moment, I'm having some tea, some hobby and chill. Having some tea, a bowl of pasta with cheese melted, and we're then going to paint CW Heatwave. Because he's halfway done. He is halfway done, and I can get him painted. And if we get him painted before the time slot, because I said 2 hours up until 10, I'll probably be painting some Night Lords War Battalions. I know I dropped the 40k bomb. Oh, drop the mic, 40k. I know. But yeah, so we're going to paint up Heatwave today. See what happens. This is just progress to get on and start with it. But yeah, so how is everyone's day? Funny thing as well, when I was grating the cheese, so I usually get like a block of red Leicestershire cheese, grate it, but unfortunately some of the cheese accidentally went in my Coke. So I now got cheese in my Coke. So, may as well get started then. When we'll get started, I may as well move the camera. So, just moving all the stuff out the way, getting the camera, moving it down. There we go. So, let's see. Yeah, you've got a good view. I'm wondering, that's the wire, isn't it? Yep. Moving the wires out the way because it's a busy technical hobby place, this, where wires just don't want to seem to leave you alone. So yeah. At the moment, we've just got Heatwave. So, hey, there we go. So, okay. Getting some pasta. Rest of the pasta. So I'll just start. Hey, one viewer. How is our viewer today? Pop up in the chat and say hi. We don't bite here. Okay, so we're just painting Heatwave, and I need to get the first paint. Where is the first paint? We say. Well, the first paint we need is Xandri dust. Yeah, I apologise if I sound a bit stuffy and all that. I have caught a cold. I think it's just with the seasonal change. Your body needs to regulate and get used to it. And see, I'm just giving me paint a good shake. I'm just going to get a load off me paint. Pardon me. As we can see here. And then just apply it, just slap it on the palette like so. Close the lid so that I'm not taking any more straight from the pot because I have a bad habit of doing that. Wash the brush. Thin the brush down with the water, then start thinning your paint. as our overlord Duncan would say. And now we just start applying the paint very thinly. Yeah, so just getting this done. Ooh, that's it. That's a bit thin. That's a bit thin for my liking. A bit too thin. That's how it goes with me sometimes. It's just accidentally all or nothing, and then we just get all the paint everywhere. Yeah, okay, so just painting at the moment. Just getting the good solid base coat on Heatwave. Enjoying that. Just making sure that all the blacks officially in the path and it is fully base coated. So then we can just apply the washes without needing to worry too much about the model. Oh dear, I have been ill today. It's like I was ill for a few days, like a few days beforehand. But today's the day where I was just like, yep, yeah, throat's clogging up, it's coming. Here comes the storm, up and wide, because the aeroplane's coming, yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, at the moment, nothing much is happening, just painting up, just getting work done over at university as you're supposed to. And then when I've got a spare moment for motivation, I'll do these streams. I seem to enjoy them and get hobby content on the channel. I was also thinking about doing some live streams over on YouTube, just on more topical. So instead of like streaming on Twitch could be just the hobby and chills for painting and stuff. But then going on stuff like, how would you say, stuff like talking about recent announcements from various war games and a lot of Games Workshop releases and what's upcoming. Maybe just streaming on YouTube for that, because that seems to get a lot more immediate responses. I think that would work, definitely. Uh-huh. So right now I'm multitasking between eating pasta and painting models. Mm-hmm. We're just applying paint. Yeah, okay. So, just painting. Oh dear. So I don't know officially what I want off me mum for Christmas, so that's alright. A load of Batman well not PDFs, but the Batman rulebook and the Magic expansion. Joker's new guys, because I want the new Joker sculpt as well as the new henchman. Henchmen, I don't even know why. I know why I want the henchmen, because they do look cool and the guns look fun, but in all honesty, as long as I can use me Master of Ceremonies and August, me Axeman, they're my favourite models to use out of all the Joker gang. Just a pair of axes. Like, honestly, I hope that if they do another Wonderland gang set, or if they update the cards for the Mad Hatter, he gets the Possessed rule. Because if he got that, I'll be so happy, because I could use those two Axe Joker men in my Wonderland gang, and I'll be the happiest person on the planet. I honestly, no joke, would. Using Joker henchmen alongside organised crime stuff like the LexCorp Heavy Trooper. Count me in. Mm, mm, mm. Mhm, mhm. But yeah, so just getting this applying this base coat on. Right, okay. I mean, I've got the paint out, so I may as well use it. Yep, that'll do. That'll do lovely. That'll do lovely. Just wish it wasn't so thin. It's almost like a wash. That's really annoying. Mixing a little bit of thickness from unthinned paint. Let's see. Um, there we go. I'm just going to leave them to dry and eat some pasta. Yes, sir, I will. Just leaving them dry at the moment. But yeah, all his base coat's almost done. I've just got to do a bit more on the on his gloves and his shirt, and that's it. Yeah. As pasta, I put in way too much pasta. I thought, oh look, I didn't have much left. Much left, sorry. Turns out, yes, you did. All the way up to overfilling the bowl. So that was fun. Mm-hmm. 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 Now we have finished the pasta. Well, there's no cheese in the Coke. So that indicates that either I've drunk it or the Coke has completely dissolved the cheese in a matter of minutes. Either way is worrying. But yeah. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so that's finished too. I'll get cracking back onto painting then. Hey. So painting. What else? Well, I have the paint right here, so I may as well just get back to painting this. Oh, Rory. Oh, Rory, how you're such a legend. See what I did there? In fact, that was an unintentional pun. That was actually very much unintentional. I, I meant it as an actual, like, proper legend. He's like a top boy, not in reference to Legends of Tomorrow. Though if they did a Legends of Tomorrow team, just like rules for a Legends of Tomorrow team, I would totally be up for that. Only because I want Captain Cold and Heatwave and sorry, not just Batman, but DC. But it had led to an interesting conversation on Arkham City Limits of who actually plays DC, because there's not much content on Arkham City Limits for DC. Hey, I got a point. Thank you to whoever gave the +1 point. I appreciate that. Um, basically, nobody really plays it. I don't know what it is, you know? It's like you've got all these characters and stuff, and nobody plays the game. And a lot of people were saying that it doesn't feel as tactically rewarding as Batman does because Batman has a lot more depth. Meanwhile, well, DC superheroes, it's kind of just beat 'em up, which I get to an extent. And I do end up finding myself agreeing, which is why I haven't really tried the DC Universe game. I tried the Marvel one, and I know it's run off the same engine, but the reason why I jumped off Marvel was because I used Avenger. Well, I was playing X-Men versus Avengers, and I was the X-Men, and Thor alone completely wrecked the X-Men starter. I just could not do anything. But I'm not saying the game's bad or completely unbalanced because of what happened in Marvel, but it kind of just went, yeah, okay, I'll wait until more, not results, more releases are released and see what happens then. And I did, and then Marvel canned the licensing agreement with Knights, and that was a bit of a bummer. But on the upside, I now run the Hell's Kitchen, an official Spider-Man miniatures game project, so there's silver linings in everything or everywhere. Now, I say like I run the Hell's Kitchen. I only say I run Hell's Kitchen because I'm the one who made it, but it is a community project. It's not my project per se. And that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it something that the community had a voice in. Because I'll be honest, it doesn't. Even though Knight's models say that they listen to their customers and stuff and their fans, sometimes it just feels as if they listen to their own underground circle. And I understand that they will take feedback off playtesters and stuff like that, but it does feel as if they listen rather than they listen. I know I'm trying to shorten hand gestures, but you get what I mean. It's like if the playtesters find something wrong, and yes, that is their job, they should be doing that. It feels an awful like not like they're the 99% majority, whilst everyone else is like 1% minority. And if you're going to listen to your fans, you've got to take it from. Or sorry, if you're going to make the statement that you're listening to your fans, you've got to take it from all angles. You know what I mean? But yeah, outside of that, it's like I made Hell's Kitchen, and we have done a lot done. That made no sense. That was a load of verbal words being thrown into a sentence. We've done a lot of work on it. We've managed to make Kingpin, New York City Police Department, Shield, Hydra, Doc Ock as a gang. People want teams. I get that they want teams. Just I've never really ran teams, so it's hard. But again, this is a community project. I would like other people to put in their input and voices and stuff like that, and I would love to see them have a go and stuff. It's just sometimes it feels like it's me working on the project and then people kind of expecting things, which I don't mind, but at the same time, it's like I kind of wish other people did stuff, you know. Uh, but yeah, aside of that, it seems all right. Like I said, the silver linings, we're running it, we're getting our voices heard, well, everyone's getting their voice heard, and usually if there's like an imbalance, people will be upfront and very vocal about it, and a lot of people will be vocal about the same thing, which is great actually, if I'm honest, because it means that there are people saying there's a definite hitch in the glitch or glitch in the hitch or hitch in the system or glitch in the system. My, we're saying a lot of words today, aren't we? Uh, yeah. So I do enjoy the people who do contribute to that, because we're trying to make something that feels like Marvel, but can also be competitive and stand on its own feet against Batman as well. And I don't just mean Batman as in himself, as in like the Batman Miniatures game, because it is running off the same engine and they are both cross compatible with each other. Right. Okay. I'm also thinking about installing the month subscription from the Adobe package onto my computer, so I can start properly working on it as well, on the Spider-Man game project. And then, because what I was definitely going to do on Twitch was to do more live streams whilst I make the cards, so that people could follow up on the progress and talk about it at the same time. Oh dear, right. So. Yeah, okay. So I think we've done the base coating on everything that's tan. Try and get that industrial look, but it's hard because it's a cross between grey, tan, and green. And if you try and mix those colours, it won't look the same. So you're gonna have to go with more industrial boiler coat look. But it's also a case of lighting, because some pictures you will get that colour that I've just described, but in other pictures it will just literally look like a proper roughed up boiler suit in browns. So I'm going more of the browns colour, because I think that's what it looks like more in daylight. And the Flash and his rogues aren't necessarily known for fighting at night 24/7 like the Arkhamites or Gothamites in Batman. So that's sepia. That is Devil in Mud, actually. Yeah, okay. We'll use Devil in Mud as well. Actually, no. We won't use the wash yet because I haven't base coated everything first. That would be a very unwise decision, I believe. There we go. Bring it out and apply. Ah, okay. So I may have added a bit of dark grey in that as well. Which we will do. Well, that was nice. Don't often get that. Usually put us and explodes. So this is going to be a fun mixture. Yep, that's the paint I wanted. Getting rid of the excess. Repaint. Yep, that's beautiful. Just repainting and repainting. Yeah, so you wash the brush. There we go. Start applying it on the inside. Actually looking forward to getting this guy done now. Well, we've only been on for like a good 20 minutes and we've managed to get all the base coat on, so I think we're on our way to finishing them in a day. Which I think is going to be nice. Many done in a day. Obviously, we've got my favourite bit to come up. It's an utter joy, and I call it painting skin and hair. And why is it such joy, you ask? Oh boy, because I can do skin colours. I can definitely do skin. Okay, so this is where I go on the internet and have a look for heatwave pictures. And I'd say this because I need to look at his gun. Oh boy. Ah, there we go. There's a nice image. And it's black and orange in that one. Can we have a look elsewhere? Does it show us much? It's mostly blacks. That's concept art. Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, it is blacks, oranges, silvers. They could be painted with non-metallics for all we care. There's another one. In fact, we'll have a bit of a advanced search and have a look at the gun itself. CW Heatwave gun. It's just black. It's black and it's silver and it's oranges, reds. Oh boy. It's just the contrasting colours which are gonna absolutely kill me. But there we go. Heatwave, heatwave. If only they could bring other things, because obviously Barry's messed up the timeline. They could always bring Deadshot back and stuff like that. Cough, cough, bring Captain Cole back. Cough, cough. Because I love Captain Cold. So, what are we going to do? Right. This should be easier than I think, because the detail is there. We're going to redo some undercoat because it's chipped away. So we're just going to apply a little bit of undercoat right in the barrel of the gun because it's chipped away and you can see the metal again. So there we go. There we go. So I've done that. I'm going to wash this. Oh, sorry. Just a lot of people. A lot of people with a lot of noise. A lot of people with a lot of noise. Well, at least managed to connect this Twitch stream. Hey, we've got 2 viewers. Hey, enjoy. Hello, hello. Pop up in the chat. Currently, we're painting CW Heatwave. I've just looked at the gun. because I thought it was going to be coppers and bronzes, but no, it's blacks, silvers, and oranges with a hint of red. The red, I have no idea if we're going to pull that one off because it's in the grills, and the grills are really hard. Unless I do like a really, really thin, no, not thin, but really, really small dry brush. I don't think I could really get into that detail. But everything else should seem easy. We're just waiting for the barrel of gum to dry for undercoat, only because the paint's chipped off at the barrel, so we're just re-undercoating it with some black paint. And it appears to have dried, so now we need to find a small dry brush. Or something that can count as a small dry brush. I really want to check to see if I can do that. Yeah, right. We're going to apply some more black because the gloves, the paint from the gloves have applied themselves to the back of the gun. So we're just going to readdress that and just take that off its hands, just so we can actually start. There we go. Okay. Nice. Captain Boom. Yes, I like Captain Boomerang. I love the comic one. I've played it a few times and I really enjoy how that one bounces around. I want to do Captain Cold and Heatwave for like a rogues crew for me Mr. Freeze crew. Obviously, Mr. Freeze is my boy. He's me number one. But sometimes you just want to have a bit of fun and play around, and obviously Reverse Flash isn't the best type to go along with Captain Cold, so Captain Boomerang is quite nice. But I kind of wish they did CW Golden Glider. I would love to see CW Golden Glider. Just have them three as like a trio working together. Yes. I'd play that gang. Like Mr. Freeze is me number one, but having that trio, I'd be playing that a lot. Yeah, we're talking about like recent conversations as well happening on the Arkham City Limits page, like how nobody plays the DC game. I found that quite interesting because I was reading a lot of the responses, and responses there were just like, nope, nobody plays DC. Everyone likes Batman. Everyone likes Batman because it's more tactically rewarding. And I have to say, I do agree with them. Like, don't get me wrong, it sounds fun to play Dark Side with a load of what do you call them? It's Apocalypse henchmen that I can't remember the life of us what they're called. But it would be fun just to play Dark Side and stuff like that. But in the end, it's just I think there's so many other games that have already been there, done that in the beat 'em up scale. Like 40k does it, Kill Everything. War Machine does it. Two Big Lumber and Jacks. Yeah. Still haven't used Freeze my leader yet. Having too much fun with my CW gang. Yeah. Honestly, I want them to do more CW stuff. Like, as much as, like, my top priority will always be more Freeze support for Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is always my number one. I love Mr. Freeze. I love how they've given him a slight buff with the refrigeration arm cannon, just being 2 blood damage now, nothing else. But I would love for them to do, especially when they've got the opportunity to do so with the Villains of Central City gang. Yeah, the Marvel game. Like I say, with the Villains of Central City gang, they could easily do 2 leaders, 2 sidekicks. They could do Zoom as a leader with meta henchmen. They could do Black Siren as a sidekick booster with more meta henchmen. They could do Savitar with religious fanatics for henchmen, and they could do Dr. Alchemy as a sidekick with a boost with more fanatics for henchmen. Those 4, in addition to Grodd with the chairman and stuff like that, that's a load of support for that Central City theme, and I think that would be absolutely fantastic if they did that. But yeah, the Marvel game. I've only ever had one Marvel game, and it's one of the reasons why I don't think I've played too much of the DC one, because obviously they run off the same engine. Hey, thanks for the point. Yeah, I hope so too. But I remember my first and only game of Marvel was X-Men versus Avengers and Thor. You didn't need anyone else. Thor literally took them all out. It was just Thor, the game. It was just like, wow, okay. you know? But I said to my opponent, it's fun, but I'm going to wait for more releases. And they did release a bit more. Nothing that I was overly excited for, but they did release a few. And then obviously the Marvel license was canned, which was unfortunate. But the DC stuff, like again, I like Darkseid, but I'm kind of hoping for Brainiac from Injustice 2 with all of the Dominator henchmen. I'm not sure if they're called Dominators. That might be a different alien faction from CW. But Brainiac and his henchmen, I would love to see that take on the Crime Syndicate or taking on the Justice League. I would love to do stuff like that. Um, but yeah, like I say, they've got so much potential. Oh, and that's another thing as well. For Militia, right? They could do CW Deathstroke and CW Ravager as a sidekick, and then just have loads of Mirakuru soldiers. That would be fantastic, and also really play on the Militia theme as well as giving it some sort of alternate variation from the Arkham Knight stuff. I would love to see that. I think that would be fantastic. And people want that CW Deathstroke. You know? They already love the Arkham Origins one, but like a CW Deathstroke, people would be playing that. They're sitting on a gold mine. Hey, hello, another viewer. Hello, new viewer. Please pop in the chat. We don't bite. But yeah, like I say, they've got so much potential, and they just kind of like I knew Magic was coming for a while because people had voted for John Constantine to be a miniature to be released, and I'm happy that they've done that. But it feels like they want to flesh out new things and they want to do resculpts, but they've got too much on their plate, so they're doing a load of free agents, and it's just do we need more free agents? We've already got a healthy roster of them. I would love for them to see them just sit down and focus on gangs now, because they're doing really good progress now with the remakes to Riddler and Freeze. They've resculpted the Two-Face gang set. They've done Joker. Batman's now an official starter. Um, got Gotham City Sirens. I would love for them just to now just stick down and start doing gangs. If they did that, I would be so happy. I would just be all over this. But yeah. Yeah, okay, so that seems to have dried now, so we'll go and start doing the dry brushing. Now I need this dark grey, Eshin grey, just to start work on. But yeah, I would love them to see them do so much more. It's I know the one well, sorry, I don't know, but I know loads of people are asking for Scarface and the ventriloquist. And I honestly I do feel as if they don't like redo the Wonderland gang in resin. They'll do a resculpt, and the one thing I'm hoping for is a Hatter model with yes, we'll see in a few months' time. I'm looking forward to it, don't worry. But I'm really hoping for a new Hatter model or a new Hatter card with the possessed rule, because not only would that be very Wonderland themed, I would love it hot to death because I could use me two Axemen Joker gang thugs in me Wonderland gang, where it be the Master of Ceremonies in August, I believe it is. I would absolutely love to run those henchmen because they're my favourite henchmen in the Joker gang. If I could use them alongside Tweedledum and Tweedledee in with the Mad Hatter, and me Tin Man being me Lexicor Heavy Trooper, I would be all over that. I would just be so happy to see that happen. Wonderland Gang has been something that has definitely grown on us. Just giving this a good dry brush. Trying not to get this on the glove. Yep. Just dry brushing at the moment. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the future releases. I would love to see Scarface, but in all honesty, I would love to see them expand the Batman animated series line. I would love to see Sub-Zero Mr. Freeze with two polar bears. They make that, I don't care. Next worldwide tournament event, I'm taking them. I'm taking Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, and I'm going to get first place. I will play hard to do that. I would. It's like winning with your childhood. Yes, please. Okay, that sounded a little bit off my kilter as well. If we took it in certain context, I apologise. But it wasn't meant to sound the way it did. Winning with the childhood. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is what you gotta love: washing paint off with the dry brush and then having the dry brush slightly wet. Gotta love that. Yeah, but at the moment, it's like I want to start using speedsters a lot more as well. Not for any like power preferences or anything, but because I've got the models like the TV reverse flash, which I've sprayed in yellow. But it's just because it's just I would just like to use them more. You'd hardly see them. Apparently, they got a good buff in this edition. I always liked them in the previous edition, and I just want to have some fun. And I think having him alongside maybe Hatter, or can't have him with Joker though. Joker's too crazy apparently. But the Mad Hatter, good to go. But yeah, having a Eobard Thorn with Bane or something. I think, like I say, I mean, I've used Professor Zoom once, and that was against Arkham Knight and Comic Deadshot. And even though he didn't do much in terms of score victory points or anything, he literally just zipped up the board, zipped up the building, got to Deadshot, disarmed his sniper rifle, and just kind of stayed there, just harassing Deadshot all game, meaning that because he was there and I didn't have to face the threat of the sniper rifle, I had more space to move around rather than just hiding behind cover all the time. And I think just because of that, he was worth his rep. He might have not had immediate results, but what he could allowed me to do on the board was far more valuable. Yeah, I tell you what, I loved the reverse flash in season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow. I really enjoyed the actor, and I love how they gave that actor a chance. Because in the first series, he didn't really get much of a chance, did he? It was Harrison Wells who was playing the Reverse Flash in the first season, so it did feel like he was a bit sidetracked. But I loved how he played Reverse Flash in the second series because it was beautiful. It was perfect. I think. I just like I say, I would love to play more speedsters. I'm thinking about Johnny Quick, but I'm thinking I'll play with Zoom. I'll play with Reverse Flash first, see what I think. But I'm a bit wary of using them with Captain Cold because of the ice template. If I use the ice template and I need him somewhere where he needs to be and I've activated too soon with Captain Cold, or I needed to act too soon with Captain Cold, I know for a fact I'm going to regret it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I would love to see them do Sub-Zero Mr. Freeze with polar bears. I would love to see a new Freeze starter set with more Freeze henchmen with the Cold Heart Mr. Freeze, where he's just in a giant big suit, where it's just a massive arm cannon that would just spew out ice templates. I would love for him to have like a rule called Heart of Ice, where he scores a victory point for successfully crit freezing an enemy model. So, so say you get like 5 guys and like you freeze 2 of them, you manage to get 2 victory points. I think that would be fantastic. It's a nice offset from instead of having Ice Flash, even when it took its soft nerf, but you shan't complain. He's not, like I say, Arkham Knight Mr. Freeze isn't terrible. He's not terrible. Um, it's just I think he definitely got better with the new card, but I think he's roughly the same, you know. And I know people were like really nagging on Knight's models about Ice Flash being too strong. But at the same point in time, when I've played against other people who are playing, like I've played against tournament folk who routinely get first place at tournaments with like Scarecrow and who was it, Red Hood and the Outlaws. You know, two different players and stuff like that. And they treat Mr. Freeze exactly how they would treat the likes of Titan Bane or Deathstroke. They ignore him, or if they can focus on him, they will just lump the whole gang onto him because you can't just expect some like random goon just to waltz up, hit him, and then win because he doesn't work like that. He was very good for what he does, but he could be you could lose games. Well, you could win games against him. He wasn't a steep battle, you know. But outside of that, this is where we're going to apply the first washes. Yes, I'm thinning down a wash because I've heard. Well, this is an ink, so I'm just going to test out. I'm having a bit of a play around because this is the first time I've used the ink. I think it's going to work magnificently. I've just kind of thinned it down because I don't want it too strong on the grey. On the grey. I just want it to pool around in the places where I want it to pool around. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's really, really nice. I like how that's done. So yes. But yeah. Um I'm trying to think there. My last game I had was against League of Shadows. I don't I was reading up earlier that League of Shadows are basically they took the hardest hit to they took the hardest hit out of all the gangs in second edition. In all honesty, I can see what people are saying, but I kind of disagree with it. I think League of Shadows, because when the opponent used them, he wasn't expecting like these ninjas to get stuff done on their own. They're not like one man armies. They have a good, decent defense, and that's a good saving grace. Having defense 4 is quite hard to actually get through when you're not Joker, at least. So I like what he did was he figured out that they're more of a synergetic force than anything else. They're more of they on their own they might not do much, but when they get buffs, they're amazing. Because my opponent used a Venom Dose, he bought Venom Doses and Titan Doses, and he used Titan with his ninjas, and phew, that helped. They were just one. After that, they were hard to take down, really hard. Like if it wasn't for me getting really really lucky rolls, like we're talking 2 5s out and a 1 in mid game, I swear I would have been in a lot more trouble. Like I had really good rolls that turn. Like out of 4 dice, 3 of them were 5s against Raja Ghul in the Arkham Knight one. Sorry, not the Arkham Knight, the Arkham City one, not the Nolan Vision one. You know, not the Liam Neeson one. So in all honesty, like I see what people are saying on their own. They're not. They did take a hit. Hey, third viewer, hello there. Comment below, say hi. We don't bite. But yeah, um, on their own, they don't seem amazing. But when you combo them with Inspire, when you combo them with Titan doses and Narcotics doses and venom doses. They are amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I think that's what people need to get a hold of more in League of Shadows is okay, you guys won't do much on the own. You will be and you will always need to be very careful with your model placement. But then that's kind of the thing with ninjas is they're not meant to be one-man armies like the Court of Owls, for example. They are assassins in their own right, but they also technically have the Captain America Super Soldier serum, which somehow has a very bad reaction to cold weapons. So, yeah, or refrigeration techniques. So, they can be sort of one man army on their own just because of law, but ninjas, as soon as they fight an actual warrior, they don't stand a chance, which is what I like about how the League of Shadows play. They're less about just hitting you in the face. Yeah, the league's interesting. Main thing I can say is because I fought against Arkham Knight Rage, Lady Shiva, and then all the ninjas apart from one of them, which was Seeker. No, not Seeker. Shadow, I believe. Um, focus on the henchmen because unless you can get some way of crippling down and putting down the defense counters or putting down the defense of the things like Rage or Lady Shiva and free agents like that, you need to focus an overwhelming amount on those characters. So, and well, that isn't what you really want to do, especially early game. You're better off getting the henchman first because when you got the henchman, your opponent, sorry, is a lot more strained. That's what I would say. Because that's what I did. It's like I saw Arkham City Rage Ghoul and I was like, yeah, I can't deal with that. I may have like 3 gun-based minis on the board, being Tweedledum, Tweedledee, and the LexCorp Heavy Trooper, but there is no way I can get through Defense 5, even with volume of fire of having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 dice. I can't get through Defense 5. I'm not going to chance Defense 5. What else can I do? I can restrict his victory point options by just annihilating his troops. And when you've got the lampposts to do it, those lampposts are going to help you. If you're picking, obviously, Central City and stuff like that, or if you're doing Captain Cold's crew, the best thing you can do is light the place up. Forget about sewers because that will only help the league. Go all out on the lampposts, minimize that stealth as much as possible, then have fun. Have absolute fun against the ninjas. That's the only advice I can say because that worked spectacularly for me. And also, Rage Ghoul is a lot more visible than you think. He's Defense 5, it's hard, but he doesn't have stealth or anything, which was very interesting of note. And he's not an acrobat as well, which I found very interesting because it's Rage Ghoul. But yeah, he's a combat monster. If you want to take him down, unless you got Deathstroke with you, I wouldn't advise it, if I'm honest. Just make sure that they're the last models to go. And if you get an opportunistic shot that you think, yeah, you know what, I've got the resources or the time within the context of turn counters to blow off some steam against them, then go for it. But focus on those ninjas because once they're gone, the league player feels it, really feels it. Yeah, so we've washed down the gun, we've washed down the things. I need to find my brown wash. That's Thraka Green. That's Agraxa Shade. Hey! I thought I was starting from Sepia because I've got the Sepia wash. I know I'm using old Games Workshop paints, but I do use like these. These paints are godsends. I love these paints. The yellow model color range. So nice. Tried out fire drums and extra post my last game. Yes, fire drums. Oh boy, oh boy, fire drums. I love having medical supplies because I love narcotics doses. Just giving desensitized a turn. It's just fantastic. But the fire drums, especially with the point of illumination that they have. Hey, thanks for the point. Especially with the 2 inches? 2 inches illumination. If you slap that in your opponent's deployment zone, remember it's after crews are deployed, your opponent wants to get out, especially league players, they want to get out of there fast. Because if you negate that stealth and you've got an assault rifle right in front of him, pepper that guy down because he is going to feel it. Ooh, I like that. The Agrax shade is working, guys. I like it. But yeah, extra lamps, yeah. Especially if you're playing Captain Cold and Heatwave, which use guns, it's a massive, massive help. And especially if you play especially gun heavy gangs, like I would say, I wouldn't. Which class organized crime is gun heavy? I mean, there are a variety of leaders, so it's a very broad range they've got. But with people like Moroni and stuff, but Penguin, I've always assumed was more of the gun gang because he had all the gear and stuff. Or that's what he was supposed to do, especially with Lord of Business, which he still has. Which I'll always like. Lord of Business. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking like I say, I'm looking forward to me next game. It's just for me it's hard because my venues close to me have both closed down. There was Games of War in Seam that closed down because they just couldn't put on the events anymore. Um, they're still up and about, and they make their own terrain for like Batman and stuff, which I do have, and I do want to showcase more of on the channel because they are very nice houses that they've made. But the other one, which was Edge, Eastern Gaming Centre, that that also closed down just due to a lack of attendance from people because in honesty, they didn't advertise. They kind of just went, well, here's the club, enjoy, we'll get the players in. And they didn't. They didn't organise events or anything. They kind of just expected people to come on a Thursday and just play. Um, and the recent one, Battle Bunker in Sunderland, has closed down because it was meant to be a gaming store. They were trying to get the weekends and the tournaments and stuff like that. And the weekends were absolutely great for Games Workshop, but well, not for Games Workshop, but they were great for the opponent. Well, not the opponent, the store owner, and that was great. But he couldn't get the financing during the week because apparently nobody attended during the week. But it's hard to get. I think the problem that happened there was the store owner relied too much on the Games Workshop crowd, and even there, even though Games Workshop's the most dominant game and all that, especially up here, the Games Workshop crowd can only put out so much. He needed to do more with the independent games like Batman and stuff like that, and he didn't. He only started doing it when he closed, literally like 2 days before he closed down. He was making like Dark Age tournaments and stuff like that, and then he just closed down. It was a damn shame. So I'm trying to find a new place, but it's really, really hard at the moment because there everything's very far away for us. So it's trying to find a new place to game. Currently, I'm lucky that I've got a stepbrother who really enjoys Batman as much as I do, and he plays Two-Face, and he really wants a new Two-Face scan. I really like how this is turning out for our boy here, Heatwave. Yeah, okay. So, sorry about that. Just getting this painted. Just trying to make sure that there's no blotches, if that makes sense. Like there's no patchy bits which are lighter than others. Making sure it all gets a fair coat. There we go. That's a fair coat. We'll just wash this. There we go. And we'll just wait for that to dry. yeah, I really like how Heatwave's coming along. Now now we're literally halfway through the model. Hey, but yeah, I think. How do you think about what do you think about Magic? Cause I don't know how to feel about it. I want to try it. I want to play against it and see what happens. At the moment, it's like I've got like 2 or 3 new players who are instantly interested just because we've got the majority of Justice League Dark in now. We've got Zatanna, Constantine, Jason Blood and Demon. People are waiting for Deadman, and that's it. But well, like I say, it's just I like what I see from Magic, but I don't know. Oh, nice, nice. I would love to. You see, the thing is I would love to host up tournaments up here. I would love to host up tournaments like when we were doing Batman on Sundays over at the Battle Bunker. We had, sorry, we had me and a friend start growing the game. We got 7 new players in, and it was great. They were starting out, they were getting the Joker crews, they were getting court vowels. We weren't just getting one crew, we were getting a variety of crews because people really like different things and stuff like that. And after that, we didn't. After, like I say, after that it closed down, and we're still trying to get it working, but we're trying to find a place just a game, and it's hard. Yeah, Constant. Yeah, a load of people want Constantine, and people are so happy with Constantine. Constantine is a fun mini, and he's a fun character, and I'm looking forward to fighting Constantine. If I'm honest, I have my own Batman crew, but it's something I need to paint because I kind of went. You know what I like? Because what happened was when me original place Games of War closed, they had a massive sale on everything, so they sold all the Batman minis 10% off plus an extra discount that I can't remember. I think it was an extra 20% discount, so it was a 30% discount on all the Batman range. I was like, you know what? I kind of like this model, and I like this model, and I like this model, and yoink! Oh, whoops! I've got Brave and the Bold, basically. So I started getting them, and then I got Batfleck of the new, what was then the new Suicide Squad box. I was like, right, I like the Arkham Knight Red Hood, I like Arkham Knight Azrael, and I like Batfleck. So let's put them all in a gang, and then have some police. And that's what I did. It's like, I'm glad I've still got Agent Ron and stuff like that. Oh dear, Agent Ron. The only thing I want now is Gordon with the SWAT, and that's it. Oh dear. Like I say, I mean, Agent Ron, Agent Ron. Just yeah, I remember like my first tournament. It was just like everyone just cursed Agent Ron. It's like okay, there was Nightwing, there was like Robin, and I think there was somebody else, but everyone cursed and rued the day of Agent Ron because he was a tough one to take down. It's like I just got poor rolls against him. I was just like, oh look, I'm overwhelming him, and I'm rolling all these ones. I'm rolling all these ones, rerolls ones again. It's just like everyone's just like waving, shaking the fist at like Agent Ron. Since then, he's been kind of an in joke between like everyone up north here. So Agent Ron is just like he's officially the fiendish devil of the law gang. Oh dear. Yeah, sorry. The This is still drying at the moment. Oh hello. Oh right. That's my phone is fully charged. That is nice. I like that. Making sure that the dressing gown doesn't catch on the water. But yeah. Yeah, I'm the same boat as you, though. Definitely, I want to play against it. I want to play with it. I want to have some fun with it. I want to see Damien Dark. Imagine Damien Dark with a few military soldiers and put them in militia. There we go. That's all I have to say. There we go. Then we'd have Hive. We'd have Hive in the game, and people would be happy. I would love to have Damien Dark just to add to the Legion of Doom because I would play that. Like I don't really do teams. I like having me henchmen, and I like having like one, maybe two free agents. But with Mr. Freeze, obviously, or the Mad Hatter, or Jonathan Crane. But I would totally 110% if they did Damien Dark and the Dark Archer. I would play the Legion of Doom from Legends of Tomorrow. I would. I'll play my heart out on that one because that would be so fun. Having a speedster, magic, arrows, Captain Cold and Heatwave. I'll be honest, I'd be very happy with that. Hey, thanks for the point. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this guy to dry because washers take a long time to dry. But there we go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more. I don't know what else is there. What else is there that I wanted to see? Because obviously for the CW stuff, I'd be sold on that. Oh, and a Speedy, a Thea Queen model, a Willa Holland model I need in my life. I may just be saying that because despite playing Brave and Bold, I still want a Speedy model. I may like not have Stephen Mel yet, but I need a Speedy model. Yes, Damien Dark and Merlin. Yes, everyone wants Merlin. It's like yes, he'd be such a good. You can just imagine him having like League of Shadows affiliation as a sidekick or a leader, but having and a free agent, but having like the aversion to maybe Joker and Ra's al Ghul, so that you couldn't put them. Yes, more characters from Gotham. I tell you what, I'm not sure where you are on Gotham, so I won't say obviously event spoilers and stuff, but I would love a Scarecrow model because that Crane, the guy who plays Jonathan Crane, for a young Jonathan Crane starting out, he plays the role really well. I would love, absolutely 110% love to see that Jonathan Crane because he's as far as I know, he's the first live action Jonathan Crane with a scythe. He just needed the hat. If he had the hat, oh, yeah. But he had the scythe, and I was so happy that he had the scythe. Um, Obviously, there's Mr. Freeze. I'm like, I love the actor. I love the actor. They've nailed the actor who plays Mr. Freeze. I just kind of wish they didn't go in the direction that they did with him because I don't like how they killed Nora and how Freeze just feels a bit. I don't. He's not a joke character, but he just feels one dimensional now. You know what I mean? But I would like to see Firefly and Heatwave. No, Firefly Heatwave. Firefly and Mr. Freeze, because I would love to pit them against Captain Cold and Heatwave. I would love to have Mr. Freeze. Although, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Now that's an idea. Yes, Gotham Manhattan virus victims. You can imagine them having like one Titan dose or one Venom dose. And then having what I don't know, aggressive schizophrenia, so they have to go after enemy models. I would love, yeah, if they did like Gotham's Mad Hatter and gave him the possessed rule or something like that. I would be all over that. When he might have the pistol, but he doesn't have small, and he's got like movement 2. Yeah, I know Freeze is just a henchman, but it's like I can see why, but at another time it's like I like what they do with them as well in the sense they actually freezes main characters. I won't say who for spoiler reasons, but they do like some of the things that he's done, like he's frozen a ninja from the League of Shadows, and I just kind of looked at it and kind of went, "Yeah, I've been there, I've done that." And it's like I started watching more like the CW stuff, and when I was watching CW stuff and other animated forms of stuff, I'm like, how many times have I been there, done that, been there, done that, froze this guy, bashed this guy's head in, done that before? I just kind of go, yeah, yeah, I've really had a go in Gotham, haven't I? Oh, I know how that feels, you know? Oh, yeah. But, yeah, Freeze, I like Freeze. I would like to see them do Freeze. I can see them doing a lot of free agents with them. I mean, I'm trying to think. Because obviously they've done Penguin. I would like them to see them do Riddler. Riddler would be quite fun, see what they would do with him. Um, Penguin. I would love to see them do organized crime, proper Gotham's Falcone and Maroni. If they did them, oh, I'll be so happy. Like, Falcone would be great, but that Maroni, the actor who played Maroni, had him spot on. He was great. I was dead good what happened to him at the end of season 1. Ah, just Maroni was fantastic. And I would honestly play that Maroni because that Maroni was king. He was great. And Sophia Falcone in that. But yeah, young Gordon and Bullock as well. They've got a lot of variety here. I, yeah, Fish Mooney. I don't know how would they do it? Would they do it as like a gang boss, or would they do it as the free agent with like Indian Hill henchmen? Actually, that would be quite cool. Scratch that. That'd be quite cool. Like where she's got to like hypnotize and powers or something like that, and she's got like Indian Hill henchmen with like what would you call it? Hugo Strange with more like Indian Hill henchmen. That would be quite cool. I think that would be quite fun to use. Um, who else? Oh, Court of Owls. Court of Owls could do stuff more. I mean, more. I think anyone who's a Court of Owls player will love the fact that they just get more henchmen, even if it's Gotham. Just more talons is more talons. Everyone would like it. But yeah, and there's the Court of Owls as well. Interesting. But yeah, Gordon and Bullock as well. Gordon and Bullock would be great. Alfred as well, and there'd be an actual genuine reason to make a Sean Pertwee model because he does mix in with the brave and the bold more often than not. So it would make more sense than the current limited edition Alfred they've got now. That's a thing as well for CW. Time weights as as like alternate models for Black Flash if they're refusing to do Black Flash as a non-limited miniature. I would love to see time weights. But King Shark as well. King Shark. People want King Shark. I expect King Shark. In fact, I expect a resculpt of Solomon Grundy, but to pay more attention to the Arkham City one with the wrecking balls. Yeah, Indian Hill Strange Affiliation Court. Yeah, okay, yes, I can see that. Indian Hill Hugo Strange with affiliation of Court of Owls, plus more in like Indian Hill henchmen. I can see that. I can see that definitely being an organized crime thing where it's like a load of freaks. I would like to see Anarchy as well. I liked the actor who played Anarchy in Arrow. Oh, and Dollmaker. Dollmaker. They've got to do Dollmaker somewhere. Trying to think. Who else? Because obviously they could do Pig, but we've already got Pig, and that Pig, I don't know how they would make it different, unless they did that Pig as more of a straight up front damage dealer than anything else, with the avoidance to organized crime and GCPD, Brave and the Bold. But yeah, Mad Hatter will be brilliant to see. Mad Hatter and Mr. Freeze, that would be my top two, and Jonathan Crane. Has this dried? Oh, no. So what I'm gonna do is just do that. Make sure the intensity of because this does emit heat, a little bit of heat. So more heat the better, and just dry up the wash, I suppose. But yeah, Hugo Strange would be absolutely great. Trying to think. Yeah, like I say, Beatas Ridge. And that's a thought, They said there was going. Actually, you know what? I'm going to message Arkham City Limits right now and ask about that Anarchy gang. Because they did say they wanted to do Anarchy at some point. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go on Arkham City Limits and then ask what happened to that Anarchy gang. Anarchy. Yep. I'm gonna have to go into groups and hey. Arkham City Limits. Yeah. One thing I now like is how Hugo Strange is with organized crime basically now, so I can use him with my Wonderland gang. So now I actually have a genuine use for Hugo Strange, which will be quite fun, especially with his relationship with Jervis Tetch in the Arkhamverse games. What's on my mind? Just making sure I'm in the group. Just waiting for this to dry, so. Yeah. Just waiting for this to get dried first of all. Really excited for that. Yeah. Sweet. So here's something. That got me thinking a while back. Eskimos did say they wouldn't do an anarchy gang. Now, I have a few friends who were really excited for that, but nothing's came of it since. I don't expect you gang anytime soon. An existing gang. It's still drying. Oh boy. Washers. It's always the kicker, isn't it? Whoa, why all the cops, man? For this organized crime. There we go, posting that up on Arkham City Limits for all to see. So, well, here's something that got me thinking. A while back, Knights Models did say they wanted to do an anarchy gang. Now, I have a few friends who are really excited for that, but nothing's came of it since. Now, I don't expect a new gang anytime soon, but do we know of anything about it in progress or expect a new leader model within an existing gang? I'm kind of expecting organized crime for disorganized crime. Hehe. That seems like a fair question. Let's see what happens. Um, Arkham Knight, Scarecrow, Arkham Knight, Deathstroke. Ooh, that's a rap bomb. What's this? Right, that's why 480 rep and 21 100 funding. Okay. Play against an owl crew with Arrow, Speedies, Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, and Diggle. I love how there's Mr. Freeze in there. My name is Stephen Amell, and for 5 years I've been trapped on an island, ripping off from Chinese mob dealers of my good friend Manu Bennett. that's what the intro credits should be. Yeah, okay. Victory points ended 4 versus 1 to Arrow. Ooh. Yeah. Just love how Mr. Freeze. So just speak of the devil and he shall appear. Mr. Freeze was just there. Oh, pardon me. Oh dear. Right. You're so cold in my. Oh, someone's made magic cards. Hey, hey. John Constantine, Zatanna, Red Hood, Arkham Knight. I'm just going to save all these. And then that should be dry. Bucko, Enchantress. What does everyone think of Enchantress? Like, I don't know. I felt like a bit bummed out by the necromancy rules because they didn't feel like resin dead. I was kind of expecting like free skeleton henchmen like you would see from the DLC packages from the Arkhamverse and all that. I don't know. Magic Strike. It's magic with 2 stars. Yeah. What? What? Oh! Occultism is very powerful on Enchantress. So once per game, she can just go, oh, look, I'm defense 5. Wow. Because I was thinking Enchantress with Militia being Arkham Knight Scarecrow as the leader. Because I think that would just be really fun to see. Although that's something I want to see. I want to see Fright. I want to see a sidekick called Fright. I want to see Fright be a thing. Yeah, okay, so what are we doing? Yeah. Okay, so let's take this back. Yeah, okay. So this looks like it's mostly dry. We need to start building back the Zandri dust. You're so cold and down. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of expecting responses probably very soon. Yep, sorry. I'm just going to start building up. It's going to No, it's going to be just fine. Okay. Ooh, I like how Heatwave's turning out here. Heatwave's turning out very nice. A lot of people, like, I know Heatwave isn't looked on very well. He is, but he's not used very much. But he is very good for what he does. He is the actual muscle to Captain Cold's strategic buffs and stuff. He is very good for what he does, I find. Especially just because he's just that hard to who takes a hit and gives a hit. I think that's really nice. He's just Oh, sugar, just ruined that, haven't I? He's just very hard to take down, but then he also has reinforced gloves, which is really hard to like take out as well. Okay, so just build it up. Just building up Heatwave right now. This is probably the most enjoyable bit, if I'm honest, and I'd say that, and I don't say that lightly as well, because usually when it comes to building up, I'm usually going, because I'm usually building up Warhammer models, and I'm spending far too long on 40k models, which, if I'm honest, last 5 minutes on the board. You know what I mean? But on these, they're just so much nicer to paint, and then you know that you're gonna get your time's worth out of them because they're not going to die unless either your opponent really focuses on them, or if you make a really bad tactical decision that you can learn from in the future. So I really enjoy painting all these coats. I mean, it's the same with Joker as well. It's like I've got the Killing Joke Joker. I know people say he's not the best. He's not terrible, but he's not the best. But I'm going to make him work because loads of people just keep going Arkham City or Arkham Asylum Joker because the one shotgun and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? I bet you I can make Killing Joke Joker work. I can guarantee I can make him work. Give us some games. Give us some practice games. I'm more than sure I can make him work. It's just highlights, I suppose, at the moment. Just got to go over the brown that I've done before. Sorry, yeah, I'm being silent. It's just like, when you're doing highlights and you really want to concentrate on the highlights. I'm concentrating so much that the glasses officially came off. The glasses have officially came off. It's just that it's just that intense. Let's give this another try. I think I've got this. I've got this. Oh, fuck. Right. Why is the green there? Well, we can take that out. Hey. I'm really liking how this is turning out. I think this is going really, really nice. Such great, so great, sorry. Oh, I'm enjoying painting this up. Sorry. Yeah. Has anyone made a message? No. Oh, hello. I need to wash this. Just building them up. Oh, wow. You can tell where it's been highlighted. That's very tasty. Sorry, yeah. Can't really see at the moment. Let me put on the glasses. Just in case. But yeah, okay. One viewer. Oh, got about 15 minutes. Don't think I'm going to get Heatwave done now. That's because the washers took a lot longer than I expected them to. I don't really need to do anything on the back, do I? I just do stuff on the arms and that's it. Ugh. Oh dear. Well, we're getting him done. That's the important thing. Yeah, he looks. That jacket looks roughly as done as I can get it. Really happy with that. I'm happy that I haven't lost it with him. Well, I haven't lost it at all. That looks like a really nice jacket. I'm very happy with that. I need to repaint. Oh, I need to repaint. I need to repaint the shirt. How much time do I have? How much time do I have? First time I got 10 minutes. 10 minutes is alright, you know. 10 minutes it is then. 10 minutes to get this jacket redone. No, not jacket, but shirt underneath the tanned jacket. Yep, we can do that. Almost. There we go. Wait for that to dry, wash it, and I think that's the majority of Heatwave done. After that, so what do we have? What is just black trainers, so dry brush of grey, done that. Do that. So there we go. Yeah. So just waiting for this to dry, then obviously do the black ink wash again, but this time wash it down again so that it doesn't come off as too strong, where it's overly bearing on the actual colour itself. So it won't give off a strong contrast, which is what you don't want. You just want to give it some depth, you don't want to give it a contrast. But yeah, I'm really enjoying how this Heatwave model is looking. Can't wait to actually get started painting the base. Base is going to be the most irritable thing because it hasn't properly sprayed. As these bases go, you need to spray them before you glue the miniature on, because when you do top heavy, they just don't seem to like it. So yeah, that one's going to be a fun one. Definitely. But yeah, we're getting Heatwave done, and I'm really liking how he's looking at now. A few washes, he looks fixed up. So yeah, okay. So we spent about 2 hours, and we've got just over halfway done, I would say. We need to do the shoes, the base, the skin colour, and the gun. So yeah, only 4 more things to do once I've added this wash. There we go. Next we thin down the ink with some water. There we go. Oh, that may be a bit too thin. Maybe a bit too thin. Oh, maybe not. It's just got to pull just right, you know. Maybe I've just got to add a little bit more. Go. Yep, that's washed, that's fixed. That is officially fixed. I'm very happy with that, and that's as much as I can get done with this model within the time space I've allowed myself. I have 5 more minutes. To get 5 more minutes, I'd need to do some lead Belgium metal, which I do sort of have, but it's a pain to get out of. Well, it's a pain to get out of its actual pot. Is this dried up? Yep, that's a dried up. And the other one's just a pain in the backside to just get out, because that's almost finished too. It's not dried up, but it's almost just empty. So yeah, I think that's where we'll call it. So we didn't manage to get Heatwave done today, but we got him almost done. So there we go. once he's done, I'll post up some finished pictures on the Warp Forge Facebook page, so check that out. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for standing by, talking about Batman and stuff like that. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for sticking around and watching. If you want to see anything more, you want to see Batman Battle Reports or Batman Tacticas, etc., then please check out the Warp Forge over on YouTube. Exactly the same logo, you can't miss it. We're members of the Legion of Gams community as well. That's why we've got the other picture here in the bottom left-hand side corner. So please check out the YouTube channel. Obviously, we do streams and all that. Click the follow if you liked what you saw, and if you liked what you see on YouTube with lots of battle reports, a variety of games from Doctor Who to Batman to 40k, etc., please hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button, and also hit the Legion of Gams over with a like and a watch, or a watch and a few subscriptions over on the community. So, I want to say thank you for watching. It all means well for me, and it keeps me going making these videos for you guys out there. So thank you for watching. This is the Warp Forge signing out, and remember, keep on forging.